This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. League tournament finals and huge league games this week. We'll show you Acalanes at Clayton Valley, the West Catholic League tournament title games in baseball and softball, and De La Salle in the EBAL title game.
Exciting softball action with Santa Teresa and Silver Creek. We'll have the CCS volleyball title game and introduce to you the San Jose girl with her wheelchair soccer teammates. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight with the title game in the West Catholic League baseball tournament. This game featuring the Valley Christian Warriors, the regular season champs looking to win the league title tournament.
Right, Valley Christian taking on the Mitty Monarchs. Mitty with a win over the Warriors earlier this season. The league tournament title game played Thursday night. Lots of smiles before this West Catholic League title game. Mitty loads the bases with no outs in the first, but this line shot is grabbed by Jonathan Simrod, who tosses to second for a double play. We stay scoreless. Bottom one, and the Warriors get on the board. 2 on for Simrod, who lines a solid single to left. Racing around third and scoring is Eddie Park, and the Warriors have a 1-0 lead. Same score, bottom 5 with 2 on and 2 out, but look at the play at short by Jonah Advincula, who rolls and throws to get the final out. Bases loaded, 2 out for Mitty in the 6th. Andrew Vo spins one to the mound. It gets away, allowing Connor Leverton to score. We're tied at 1-all. Top 7, and Leverton leads off with a single through the left side. He later scores on a bases loaded walk. 2-1 Mitty. Bottom 7, and Mr. Clutch Eddie Park headed to Stanford next year, and this is a bomb deep to center field, all the way to the wall. Scoring the tying run is Trevor Haskins. It's a triple for Park. Later in the 7th, 1 out, bases still loaded as Mark Fairweather sneaks it through the drawn-in infield. All you Fairweather fans, it's time to celebrate as Valley Christian gets a walk-off win, 3-2 the final. The Warriors, West Catholic League regular season and tournament champions, 3-2 was the final.
Noah Dabowski and 9 other Bruin seniors being honored as they host the Gun Titans in a fight for the El Camino division. Elias Verduzco breaks it open for Santa Clara in the 2nd with a base hit, advancing Dabowski to 3rd. Senior Jordan Davis comes to the plate and hits a high fly ball. This one is trouble. It drops in, allowing Dabowski to score, and the Bruins are on the board. Santa Clara starting pitcher Zach Penrod hitless through 4 innings. Here's a strikeout for the first out of the 5th, but Andre Hierkin breaks up the no-no with a base knock through the left side, but the freshman gets left on. Santa Clara adds to its lead in the 5th. Here's senior Connor Valerie poking one up the middle, scoring Zach Penrod, and that brings up Justin Cedro, who lays down the squeeze, and the throw comes home, and Jake Millett slides in safely. The Bruins take the 3-run lead. But the Titans make this a 1-run game in the 6th as Aiden Everett connects and hits a rocket to the left field fence. Cole Montavani and Eric Epstein score to make it 3-2. But the Bruins shut the door. Elijah Amaya makes the catch in right for the final out, and the Bruins celebrate the 3-2 victory over Gun. The 2 teams tied in their league play, so they share the El Camino Division title.
North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. The Peninsula Ocean Division title on the line as South City hosts Mills. The Vikings break through in the 2nd. Cassandra Stanley reps it to left for a base hit. Sammy Young scores 1-0. Olivia Williams up next, and Olivia hits it up the middle. Victoria Williams scores. Mills gets another on a hit to make it 3-0. But South San answers back in the bottom half. Jana Nabunk smokes it to center for a single that scores Michelle Hara. 3-1 Mills. The Vikings add on in the 3rd. Olivia Williams grounds one to short. Everybody's safe as Ione Thompson comes in. And then with runners at the corners, Nicole Bowie crushes one to deep right field. It rolls for a while as Venus and Olivia Williams score. 6-1 Vikings. South City gets one back in the bottom half. Alana Torres hits one the opposite way for a base knock. That scores Lafu Malapai. Mills fighting back in the 4th. Victoria Williams smokes one up the middle. It's a base hit as Thompson scores. The Vikings load the bases in the 5th for Thompson, who gets all of this one and sends it deep to right field. Thompson is going to touch them all. It's an inside the park grand slam, and it's 13-2 Mills Vikings. Then just a couple batters later, Victoria Williams sends a blistering shot to left. That's going to roll for a while as Victoria races home for an inside-the-park home run. Here's South Sound's Malapei with a base hit, but not nearly enough for the Warriors as Mills clinches the league title, winning it 13-8.
The Monte Vista Mustangs taking on the Amador Valley Dons for the NCS D1 Championship. Mustangs with an early lead, Brandon Huang to Austin Buchanan to Teague McDonald for the kill. But Amador would take the lead. Luke McFall finds Jacob Kim to set it up for Logan Miller, who kills it between the block. 22-20 Dons. Then a hard rejection by William Sadler puts AV up by 3 as the Dons go on to take the first 25-21 second set. Colton Brooks to Kim to McFall, who nails it into the hardwood. Monte Vista would make a comeback. Andrew Nickerson to Buchanan to Doug Dom, who slams it into the defense, and that one's not coming back. 21 all. The Dons are unstoppable. Kim to Taylor Melendrez to McFall. Look at that strategic shot over the net to take the second set for Amador. 25-22. Third set, Sawyer Brookhart connects to Kim, who sets it up for Sadler, and he kills it to give Amador the 3-point lead. And the Dons end the night here. Brookhart to Kim to McFall for the match-winning point to take the third set. 25-18, and Amador Valley wins their second NCS D1 championship in school history. Kim and Sadler leading it with 9 kills. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Oh yeah, Rikus Center, Cal High Sports. These are your players of the week.
He gets the fans acting like a bunch of hooligans. It's Aragon Senior Connor Hourigan, tossing a complete game, allowing 2 hits. His pitches straight sizzle like steaks of Ruth Chris. Shutting batters down with 12 strikeouts, beating Woodside. His command was lights out. The Dons are in prime position to clinch the league with Connor's mound dominance, keeping the intrigue.
Staying with the pitching theme, it's Hudson Hennick. On the hill, he's flat out unsympathetic, baffling opponents for the St. Joe's Pilots, keeping the hitters whipping, got the bats on silence. Struck out 11 over the course of 6 innings. Hudson's got his team really used to this winning. St. Joseph Notre Dame is now 8-0, undefeated in their league. Sensational.
Rikus Center, Cal High Sports. These are your players of the week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Osteochondritis dissecans, or O.C.D, is when a small piece of bone starts to separate from its overlying cartilage due to poor blood supply. This can be seen in athletes from acute trauma or repetitive stress over time. It can occur in any joint, but most commonly seen in the femoral condyle of the knee, the capitellum of the elbow, and the talus of the ankle. Adolescents and young adults have a higher likelihood of the piece of bone continuing to separate from the cartilage and eventually detach and float about the knee joint. In some cases, surgical treatment may be needed to help incite blood flow to the area or fixate the fragment before detachment occurs.
Coming up, our NCS block construction blockbuster game. It's De La Salle taking on Amador Valley in the East Bay League title game.
And NCS girls lacrosse playoffs with CONDYLE taking on San Ramon Valley next.
Bye. Hey, Dad.
Hello बेटे, कैसी हैं आप?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, so good to see you. It's late. Where are you?
I'm at work.
Oh gosh, so late?
I know, but guess what?
What?
I've saved enough to come visit you.
Oh, that's such a great news.
At US Bank, we believe that hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we're here to help.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy, the #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world, welcomes the largest selection of red-eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red Eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT 8, power like no other, for $11,000 off the MSRP. Wow! Fast and furious. Get your roll on. Drive a little. Save a lot.
What keeps me coming back to golf? Love. For the game, and for the ones I play it with. We love this game as much as the pros. That's why we have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and my family at the top of our game.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
Back at Levi Stadium with the title game from the East Bay League Baseball Tournament. The De La Salle Spartans took home the regular season title 3 games ahead of second place Amador Valley.
Yeah, but Amador Valley with a shot at the tournament title as they also made it to the final game with a thrilling come-from-behind win over San Ramon Valley. De La Salle and Amador Valley in our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
I'm here at De La Salle High School for the final game of the East Bay League Tournament. The Mighty Spartans come into this game ranked 4th in the state, and they have not lost to a league opponent this year. On the bump for De La Salle will be left-handed pitcher Kyle Harrison. The junior UCLA commit has a 1.44 ERA with 77 Ks in just 44 innings, and he's looking for his 8th win. For the Dons, it'll be right-handed pitcher Jack Snook with a 1.46 ERA and a 6-0 record. For the East Bay League Tournament title, it's Amador Valley at De La Salle in our blockbuster game.
We get started in the top of the second with Ari Solomon breaking it open for the Dons with a base knock up the middle. The Dons drop a bunt down. Kyle Harrison fields it and gets the lead runner at second. Vince Bianchina throws to first, and that's a double play. Now it's the bottom half of the second. Harrison leads off with a hard grounder through the left side. Jared Ami keeps the line moving with a single up the middle. A runner on first and second with no outs for Vince Bianchina. He lays down the sac bunt. That one is perfect. The throw goes wide. Pinch runner Kevin Harioka races home. Ami follows, and it's 2-0 Spartans. Top 4 Amadors with runners on first and second. Ari Solomon hits a grounder to short, and that one gets away. 2 runs come in to score, and this one is tied 2-all. Bottom 4, here's Keone Coloma with great situational hitting. He skies one to left for the sac fly, scoring Ami, and Dela regains the lead. Harrison going 5 strong innings. He gets his 6th strikeout on the day, allowing 0 earned runs. The Spartans continue to put the ball in play. Johnny Hoffmeister in to pinch hit, and he lays down a perfect bunt to load the bases. Infield in with Charles McAdoo at the plate, and he hits a high chopper that gets through. 2-run score, and De La Salle takes a 4-run lead. Nick Fusari adds one more with a base hit to right field, and the De La Salle Spartans win it big. 9-4 to capture the East Bay League tourney title. Harrison talks about his team's depth after the game.
The talent on the team, is pretty off the charts this year. It just helps with the guys that are really talented on the bench that are pushing us in practices and they're really competing for spots. And it's just a great overall vibe of the team, and we're just really helping each other out.
In Concord with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Coach Rick Jeffrey and the Carondelet Cougars getting fired up to take on San Ramon Valley in the NCS quarterfinals. The Wolves waste no time. Bailey Smith racing down the sideline, firing it in to score early in the match. Wolves up 2-0. 2 SRV scores later, Smith passes to Tatum. Guy Sheepowers through the defense and gets it to the top corner. SRV up 5-0 with 15 minutes left in the half. Claire Sherwood behind the net finds sister Grace Sherwood, and Grace flicks it in with 8 minutes left in the half as the Cougars trail by 8. Next play, Smith racing down the sideline again, sending a perfect pass to Alana Scott, and Scott fires it in. SRV up 11-2. McKenna Nichols rushing the Cougar defense finds Mel Evans, and Evans bounces it in to put the Wolves up by 10. Lauren Iorio looking for an open teammate finds Lexi Nevis. Lexi bounces it into the bottom corner, and that'll do it. SRV dominating Carondelet and continues on to the semifinals. The Wolves very good again this year.
Each week, South County Chrysler and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award. This week's Coach of the Week is Foothill head coach Matt Sweeney. Coach Sweeney completed an undefeated season at 23-0.
The Oakland A's will award Coach Sweeney and the Falcons with tickets to an upcoming A's game for being named this week's South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Matt Sweeney, has he been there for a while?
He has, yeah, and football, too.
I think he's new this year. One rookie head coach. Coming up, the De Anza Division Final with Palo Alto meeting Wilcox.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Softball Power Rankings.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform. One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
One Hit Away Foundation can assist your high school with holding a concussion awareness event. We believe that student athletes, parents, trainers, and staff should be well educated about the effects of this invisible injury. Contact us today.
We're Motivus at 12th man, and you're watching the 40 Irish Cat High Sports Report.
Nick Malvini, the starting pitcher for the Wilcox Chargers as they host Palo Alto in the De Anza Division Tourney. Top one, Aiden Berger comes up with one on and no out and sends a shot to right. Kiss it goodbye, and Pally takes the 3-0 lead after one. With two on in the bottom of the inning, the Vikings starting hurler Ryan Harvey shuts the door on the Chargers. That puts the bats in the hands of the Vikings. Hyun-Woo Roh leads off the second with a single up the middle for one of his 3 hits on the day. He would later end up on third. Then it's Josh Kasevich doing the job, grounding one to the right side, allowing Roh to score, and it's 4-0 Pally. And here comes another Viking run in the fourth. Runner on second, Xander Darby launches it over the center fielder's head. Paul Thigh scores. Give him a smile, Darby. The Viking lead is now 6. Wilcox gets on the board in the bottom of the inning with a runner on second. Alex Adami goes right side and gets it through. Here comes Paul Rosa, and it's 6-1 Vikings. Alex Tolbert up to bat for the Chargers, nicks a single through the left side. He'd finish the day with 2 hits. But we head to the top of the 6th, still a 6-1 game. Kyle Mostafasada lifts the ball to center with a runner on third, and that scores Berger. Pally takes the 8-1 lead. Then in the bottom of the 6th, the score 8-2. The most clutch diving catch coming from Roh. And after finishing in 4th place in league, the Vikings take home the De Anza Division Tourney title.
Adriana Noriega and her brother and coach Aaron Noriega doing their traditional pregame handshake. Top of the first, Saints pitcher Kayla Williams comes up with a 2-out base knock, but she would not score. Home half of the first now, runner at second. Freshman Amaya Noriega crushes it to left center field to the fence, scoring her sister Adriana, putting Silver Creek on the board. 2 batters later, it's Clarissa Ramirez who pops it to right. Reina Cruz makes the catch out there. Amaya tags and scores. It's 2-0 Raiders on the sac fly. Bottom 4 now, runner at first for Ramirez, who laces it to the right center field fence for a double, putting runners at second and third for the Raiders. Now here's Athena Pomeli-Penn sending it high and deep over the center field fence. It's a 3-run home run and lots of love from her teammates at home plate. 5-0 to the bottom of the 5th. Alohi Apala with runners in scoring position. Apala drives it up the middle for a double, scoring Adriana Noriega. 6-0 Raiders. Top of the 7th now, the Saints with 2 on, 1 out, and pitcher Clarissa Ramirez snags the line drive and fires it to Miranda Gonzalez at first for the double play. A huge win on senior day for the Raiders as the two teams end the season tied for the league title.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Allie Williams joins us now with the story of a San Jose girl and her role on a very special soccer squad.
Robert, Mariah Serratos didn't plan on living her life from a wheelchair. As a child, she danced and played soccer, but at the age of 12, that all changed.
Go, Lola. You got it, Lola.
The San Jose Rockets take on competition everywhere, from the South Bay to Fort Wayne, Indiana. One of their pillars on the team is Mariah Serratos.
I got box, I got box.
Mariah has played 4 years of power soccer, where rules are similar to soccer, just with a few adjustments.
So the difference between soccer and power chair soccer is that there is 4 people for power soccer, and they have like different rules about how close you could be.
Power chairs are reinforced in the front. 2 goalies can be in goal. Yellow and red cards still apply, and teamwork is still the path to success, but some rules are simply adapted to fit someone in a wheelchair.
Every time I think of a power soccer team or any power soccer in general, I think of family. I think of community, because it brings individuals with disabilities together, and they're all equal. They're all on the same playing field, and they're able to do something that's very similar to their able-bodied counterparts, right?
My favorite part is being with my friends and like talking to each other and playing with each other and like seeing other people like enjoy themselves while playing. It makes me really happy.
The best feeling out there.
Mariah grew up playing soccer and dancing Mexican folk dance. One day, everything changed.
So I had a stroke when I was 12 years old. It like came out of a sudden. I was just sitting at school and my legs started feeling like numb, and from there on I couldn't walk. I was in the hospital for like a month and a half. They were trying to find out what was the cause, but they couldn't. So they were just like preparing me to be in the real world, you know? The hardest part was probably not being able to play soccer regularly, because I had started playing soccer when I was about 3 and a half, and I was playing for a competitive team.
But 4 years ago, Mariah was introduced to the world of power soccer.
You see like a whole different world. It's really amazing to play with a bunch of these players. They're all so talented and really nice.
When you're on the court, you gain a lot of independence that you don't have at home. Because at home, even something as simple as cutting your food, your parents might have to help you. But when you're on the court, you're on your own.
Mariah has to make lots of decisions on the court. She plays 3 different positions and has grown into her many roles on the Rockets.
She is really good at defense.
She's very aggressive, very strong, very communicative.
It's a tough sport, but so are these teams, and power soccer brings so much to each member tearing it up on the court.
It makes me okay living with CP like a normal kid.
You know, I live my life by saying my life purpose is to use my disability as my greatest ability, and power soccer enables me to do that.
That was a transition for me, but I knew that my heart was for soccer, so that like kept me going and like wanting to be better.
Mariah hopes to continue playing soccer as she goes on to college and beyond. For all the players, the sport gives them something to look forward to in their lives every week.
Yeah, so exciting, and to see, even the young man with cerebral palsy, that this is, a great thing for him. Every week he can have something to look forward to.
That was the biggest thing, where they just came in and were really excited to be able to spend time with each other and get to be on the court and just have a good time.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Sally.
So Mariah and her teammates are our Be Human Inspirational Athletes this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominees so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be human, inspire, and be inspired. Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. The league lead on the line as Ocalanas plays for a league title against Clayton Valley.
And action from a CCS volleyball final game. You're watching the top high school sports show in the nation, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polk and team created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Mano Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families, for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. This game features first place Ocalanas taking on second place Clayton Valley.
Yeah, Ocalanas is really good.
They are very good.
They're having a great season. Ocalanas with a 2-game lead over the Ugly Eagles. The Dons needing to win just one of the 2 games against Clayton Valley this week to take home the title. The first of the 2 games is our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
I'd say Ryan Watata from Clayton Valley is warmed up, ready to take on Ocalanas in Game 1 of the home-and-home series. Top 1, Telly Hill comes up with 2 outs and knocks a single to right. He would end up on third for Ryan Pierce. And a grounder to the right side plates Hill, and Clayton Valley takes the early 1-0 lead. In the home half of the inning, the Dons have a runner on first for Cole Murguia, and he lays down a beautiful bunt. Cole beats out the throw at first. Both runners would advance on an error, so there are 2 runners in scoring position for Nick Kresnak, and some great situational hitting by Nick plates Davis Diaz, and Ocalanas ties it up at 1. Very next batter, Sam Heyman says to the runner on third, "Hey man, why don't you come on home?" Murguia scores and the Dons go up 2-1. Top of the third now, the Ugly Eagles have a runner on second. This time Jack Murphy puts down the bunt and it rolls down the third baseline fair. That's a base hit. The runner on third would score on a fielder's choice and we are tied at 2. Bottom 4, runner on first, a hit and run for Nicholas Beaumont, and number 22 slaps one down the right field line for the 2-base knock. Scoring is Scott Bryden, and Nick does his double dance, 3-2 Dons. Kresnak comes up the following inning with 2 on, and Nick extends that lead, a base hit up the middle. Here comes the throw, and Diaz scores from second. Nick has himself a 2 RBI day. And Acalanes would take the 5-2 lead into the 7th. Clayton Valley has the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. But the Dons' Eddie Burns pitches 2 1/3 innings of shutout baseball, striking out the final batter. And the Dons are league champs. Dogpile. Acalanes goes to 10-0 in league play, 20-2 on the season. And here they are, the league champs, the Acalanes Dons. Nick over here had some pretty clutch RBIs. Nick, you are MVP. You took home this league title. What does it mean to this team?
I mean, it's huge. We haven't had a league title in quite a while, so it's good for our program and school's history.
Why have you guys been able to stay so consistent throughout this season?
Our pitching's been great all season. We've had super low ERA the whole year, and we've been able to put clutch at-bats together when we need them.
Awesome. All right. Next up, we're talking to Logan Hurd. Logan, the last time you won a section championship, it was 2016, and that team also went undefeated towards league. What are you going to do to take home that championship?
Yeah, we're just going to have to keep bringing our great defense, and, I'm lucky I have, great fielders behind me, and, just keep coming in clutch.
Nice! All right, last but not least, we're talking to Nick Beaumont. All right, you guys seem like a pretty awesome team. What makes this team so special to you?
Just the bonds that we have together as a team is very special. We have a lot of young guys that are really clutch during the games, and we're getting it done.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to let them go celebrate. These are the Acalanes Dons. Guys, take us out.
The Monte Vista Matadors looking for their first ever CCS volleyball title. The match looking good early. Gotham Desari to Kevin Matthew. Over to Apur Vachori, who rips it home. Later in the first, Matthew a perfect quick set to Pachori, who blasts it to the hardwood. Monte Vista strong in the first set. The match with strong defense. Ryan Tagawa goes way up for the block. Tagawa pretty happy about that. MV takes the first. A tighter second set. Matthew a deep set to Desari, and the NYU-bound senior takes it cross court. Here's the setter, Matthew, getting up for the block as the match lead at 10-6. But the Bells come back. Ryan Shaw setting Chris Varseveld, and the senior smashes it over the block for the kill. The Bells take the lead late. TJ Ing to Shaw, deep to Chris Boken. Hard angle for the Bellarmine point. Tied at 20-all. Matthew to Desari, who crushes it off the defender as Monte Vista takes the second set. In the third, great effort by the Mats to get this safe, but it didn't matter as Varseveld is there for the block. Later in the third, now look at Desari at the net with a big block, and the boys on the sideline really enjoyed that one. 18-all in the third as Matthew sets Rajas Habu for the big-time kill as Monte Vista avenges a loss in the final game to the Bells last year. The Mats winning their first ever CCS volleyball title. Both teams heading to NorCal's next week. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
We are down to the final 5. These 5 athletes were interviewed, and we'll find out how the $10,000 in scholarship money will be split at our end of the season awards banquet, but all 5 will receive scholarships thanks to Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Coming up, can the girls from St. Francis win league and tournament titles? We'll see next.
And Bubba Gomez and his Fremont Christian squad take on making waves for the league tournament title next.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the title game in the West Catholic League softball tournament, the St. Francis Lancers won the regular season title by 1 game over presentation.
And when this final game was set, those two teams were right there. Prez trying to avenge their only league loss of the season in the game played on Thursday.
This is how the presentation Panthers get ready for a big softball game. Top of the third, runner for Prez takes off, but Lancer freshman catcher Sydney Stewart guns her down at second. Jessica Oakland with the tag in the Lancers. We're excited about that. No score, bottom 3, and here's Oakland at the plate. Jessica lacing it down the right field line. Alexandra Attard scores. Here comes Hannah DeMoore, 2-0 Lancers. Oakland safe at second. Still in the third, 2 on for Haley Pram, and she is Pram-tastic. This is a 2-run bomb. Haley was excited, and so were her teammates as the Lancers take a 4-0 lead in the third inning. Still in the third inning now, and Sydney Stewart out the plate, and she adjusts nicely to the changeup and muscles it deep to left off the fence. That's a double for the freshman. Sydney scores later in the inning 5-0 St. Francis. To the 5th now as the Lancers add on. It's Kennedy Atkinson lofting it to shallow right. Scoring is Pram. Here comes Sophia Roth, and the Lancers lead at 7-0. Prez gets one back in the 7th as Kaya McCall slams this one over the center field fence, but not enough as St. Francis gets the West Catholic League regular season and tournament titles. Big games for Atkinson, Pram, and Stewart.
The Fremont Christian Band showing their support as their boys vie for the league tournament title against Making Waves. Bottom of the first, John Sanguinetti tattoos this ball to the left. It hits high off the fence and Gomez strolls into third. Daniel Lopez draws the bases loaded walk. The Warriors would play 2 more on walks, and it's 3-0 Fremont Christian. FC bats around, so Bubba Gomez is back at the plate, and that ball is demolished to far porch in left. So that ball stays in the Marlins. Giovanni Villalobos throws a gem to second baseman Gail Torres, and Making Waves gets out of the inning. The hit scores 2, and it's 7-0 Warriors. Bottom of the third, 8-0 FC. Alex Wiley slaps it back up the middle, putting the lead runner at third, and Alex knows exactly where that camera is. Next up is Daniel Lopez. That ball makes it through the left side. Scoring on the play is Sanguinetti, and then Nick Leon comes up later in the inning with the bases loaded, takes on the deepest part of the yard. It hits off the wall and rolls in no man's land. The ricochet allows Nick to touch them all, and he has an inside the park grand slam. After 5 innings, the score is 15-0, and the run rule is in effect. Bubba, the Alabama A&M commit, closes it out for the Warriors, striking out 12 of his 16 batters, and Fremont Christian takes home their 11th straight BCL title.
Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we show tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
Follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Give us a thumbs up on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
Coming up, the Sobrato Bulldogs hope to clinch their league title against second-place Piedmont Hills.
And rivals Amador Valley and Foothill meet on the diamond in the EBAL championship game next.
Bye. Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mitty. Kaisi aap?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So good to see you. It's late. Where are you?
I'm at work.
Oh, gosh. So late?
I know, but guess what?
What?
I've saved enough to come visit you.
Oh, that's such a great news.
At US Bank, we believe that hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we're here to help.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy. The #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world. Welcomes the largest selection of red-eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red Eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT8 power like no other for $11,000 off the MSRP. Wow! Fast and furious. Get your roll on. Drive a little. Save a lot.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Take advantage of the off. You get another opportunity to do what you love. Take advantage. Kittle at the 10. Touchdown. What a play. Big return for James. He will score. You'll get our best today. This is our game. This is our field. We got to represent. Going end zone, taking a shot, and it's caught. Yeah, that's like we've done. That's all we need to do. Let's go.
Back at Levi Stadium with another big game with the league title on the line. This time it's for the title in the Santa Teresa division, where Sobrato comes into this week with a 1-game lead over Piedmont Hills with a 2-game series against the Pirates this week.
A win by the Bulldogs would give them the league title. A loss would mean Piedmont Hills is still alive with 1 game left to play. It's our block instruction CCS blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
It's senior day here today at Piedmont Hills High School as the Pirates look to move into a first-place tie with Sobrato. One of the seniors being honored today is Nick Galbo. Nick hitting .375 with 18 hits on the season with the Pirates, who are 9-2 in league. Some mystery for the Bulldogs as several of their top players arrived late with AP testing back at the school in Morgan Hill. The Bulldogs hoping to clinch the league title in this game. Huge league game today in our Block Construction CCS blockbuster game. The home team Pirates get on the board first in the first. Runner on as Ryan Garvey shoots it down the left field line. PJ Fuentes scores 1-0 Pirates. Sobrato strikes back in the second. Runner at third. The ball goes to second. A great play by Galbo, firing to the plate and getting the runner there. The throw over to first gets away, allowing William Nikitas to advance to second. Later same inning, Tyler Pena muscles up and sends it deep to left center, all the way to the fence. Nikita scores 2-1 Sobrato. The remaining players from the AP test arrive in the fourth, and the Bulldogs take off in the fifth. One of those late arrivals, Cooper Callison, comes up and singles to right. Camden Redfield scores, part of a 6-run fifth inning for Sobrato. Nikitas continues his big day, reaching out and sending it deep to left center. It's a bases-loaded triple, scoring William Kahn, Nick Kettner, and Callison. More in the fifth as Pena shoots this one down the left field line. Nikitas comes in to score, and the Bulldogs were on their way. Sixth inning now as Shane Callison sends a rocket to deep right center, scoring as Camden Redfield, 9-1 Sobrato in the lead. More Bulldogs as Kahn lines a solid single to left. Coming in to score is Callison. The Pirates trying to come back in the bottom of the sixth inning as Galbo comes up and stings a base hit to left. That drives in Jacob Soto. But the Sobrato Bulldogs keep the hit parade coming as Justin Rashid smashes a single to left, scoring Redfield and Shane Callison as the Sobrato Bulldogs win the Santa Teresa Division title, which made the freshman Shane Callison pretty happy.
This means a lot for us. We've been working hard all year, putting lots of effort at practice. Everybody's working hard, and it really hits deep for us. We love it.
Two very familiar teams, Amador Valley and Foothill, in the EBAL Championship. Bottom three, Nicole May leads it off with a double. She'll get a courtesy runner, and back-to-back walks, loads the bases. Gianna Ling comes through and hits an infield grounder off the glove. That would score one, and two batters later, Amanda Mero hits a tough grounder. She'll beat out the throw, and another run scores, and later on, the bases are still loaded for Haley Hayes, who knocks in another. Falcons would lead it 4-0 after three, and we jump to the fifth. Ling walks. Kaylin Kavanaugh lays down the bunt. The throw is off the target, so the runners advance to second and third. Then it's Hope Alley's turn to shoot one through, sending Ling home. Then Hayes starts a new rally with a single to short. A nice stop by Allison Kim, but Hayes beats out the throw. And May follows that up with a single to left, and Courtney Buden would send everyone home with this, a 3-run shot over the fence, and she'll get a hero's welcome back at home from her teammates as Foothill wins the EBAL crown. Final score 10-0 through 5 innings. May 2 for 3 at the plate and on the mound, allowing just 2 hits. Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Los Lomas baseball player Dylan Graham. Dylan is outstanding on the field and in the classroom with a 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its 8 Mitra family and John Neer Endowment recipients on completion of their year-long research and writing projects. Logan Bamapati, Pramila Katapali, Leon Liu, Kelsey Wu, Nikhil Damaraj, Ryan Guan, Harris Hosseini, and Catherine Tian averaged over 38 pages each in their papers. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here is this week's Adobe tip. Creating a ghosting image in Premiere Pro is really easy and quick. Once you have your clip on the timeline, place the same clip on a layer above it. Then move that clip over just a bit to offset it from the first one. In the Effects Control tab, change the opacity to the level that looks best for you. Here I use 50%. You can control the amount of ghosting by moving the top clip left or right. Add a Gaussian blur to soften the image. This cool effect is just another way to use the Adobe Creative Cloud to create great highlight reels and team videos. Coming up to Oakland we go for the title game in the WAC Foothill Division with O'Dowd and Arroyo.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for baseball. 49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The West Alameda County League holding its league playoffs this week. In the Foothill Division, Arroyo upset the regular season champ Berkeley to make it to the final game.
The Dons taking on the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons, who finished second in the regular season but could win the tournament title in the game played at Laney College on Thursday.
Here it is, the championship game at Laney College as the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons take on Arroyo, but it's Arroyo striking first in the second. Devin Castro smokes this one to the left center field gap, scoring Cam Weatherford, and it's a 2-0 Arroyo Dons lead. The Bishop O'Dowd Dragons punch back in the bottom half, runner at third with Jalen Antony at the plate. He hits a fly ball to right field. Wyatt Thompson tags at third, and he heads for a home, and the Dragons score to make it a one-run game. But the Arroyo Dons keep chipping away. Alex Harrell connects and drops this one into right center. The ball gets away, and Josh Valenzuela touches home to give Arroyo a 4-1 lead. Top 5 Weatherford adds to the Dons' lead as the senior drops a high fly ball into shallow center field, allowing Harrell to score for the 4-run lead for Arroyo. Arroyo grabs a comfortable lead in the 6th. Gordon Reed goes oppo taco and hits a flare that drops in fair. 2 runs come in to score. The Dons take a 9-1 lead heading to the bottom of the 7th. Dons starting pitcher Noah Amaral shuts it down. The junior pitcher gets the complete game win, allowing just 1 run, and the Dons are crowned the WAC Foothill Tournament champs. Time to celebrate. Final score at 9-1. Next up for the Dons, the NCS playoffs.
The St. Ignatius Wildcats getting pumped up to host SHP in the Dub Cal Lacrosse Final. Gators on the attack early. Tommy Barnes with a pass to Ben Ramsey, and the sophomore finds the back of the net, 1-0. SHP looking for more later. Larry Hart sprinting past everyone and fires it past the keeper. 3-0 Gators after 1. The Wildcats trying to claw their way back in the second. Duke Reeder, the short pass to Wells Bly, who shoots and scores. It's 3-1 SHP. And keeping up the momentum, Joseph Hagan connects with Nils Berry, who fires through traffic for the goal. In the third, Jack Robertson finds Topher Bly, who finds the net from long distance to tie it up at 4. Then it's Nicholas Pollock passing to Wells Bly, who fires it past the keeper, and the Wildcats take the 5-4 lead. But back come the Gators. Tommy Barnes spins his way past the defender, and Tommy scores from close range to knot it up at 5 after 3. The Wildcats would regain the lead in the 4th. Wells Bly lobs it to Mark Stevens, who shoots it past the keeper at 6-5 SI. Cats trying to end it late. Stevens finds a wide open Topher Bly, who shoots and scores. And St. Ignatius wins the WCAL lacrosse tourney title. The Bly brothers combining for 4 goals for the Cats.
The Jefferson Grizzlies won their league title and were in a celebratory mood this week.
The Grizzlies meeting up with Shanberries from 99.7 now at the Rikers Center this week.
We're at the Rikers Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, here with the guys of the Jefferson baseball team! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. I gotta give it up to you guys and your coach. I haven't seen a team with this much camaraderie. You guys won back-to-back championships. How must that feel?
It feels great. You know, we've all played with each other or against each other since we were little kids, and it feels good to bring this to our hometown where we all grew up, and just to be able to share this and make our families proud and just do what we love to do and play baseball.
Absolutely. Now I want to talk to one of the seniors. You're not going to be here next year. Has it been hitting you yet? And what's going through your mind leaving all these guys behind?
It definitely hit me already. I mean, I got a lot of love for a lot of these guys. We got like 10 seniors. So, I mean, I've been with them for 4 years, and, you know, going to college without them, it's going to feel awkward, but, you know, we're all going to different schools, but I think the next year we got it too.
Yes,
yeah.
And you guys are going to end with a championship, I hope?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Let's end with some traditions, though. Give us those Jefferson baseball traditions.
I think my favorite tradition is after we get the wins, we go to the locker room, we have a good time, play a lot of music, go off and pop off, play music, spray water bottles everywhere. Yeah. And then our coach has a saying before games. What is it?
Here we go, Jeff.
I love you guys. I wish I could interview you every single week. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Give it up for the boys of Jefferson Baseball.
On behalf of the Jefferson baseball team, I want to say thank you for the fans coming out every game and supporting us. We love you guys. And thank you to the coaches for believing in us, keeping us going in every day. Thank you to Coach Mikey, Coach Roy, Coach Gilbert, and Coach Anthony. We love you guys.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Acalanes Dons. The Dons clinching the league title this week, and watch them dogpile. Acalanes was happy, and you should be too. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rika Center.
My name is Coach Robert. Today's training tip is a medicine ball slam. We want to make sure that when we're doing this, we start on full extension. That means we're going to be on our toes, butt squeeze, shoulder blades back, head, ball over our head. When we do the slam, we want to make sure that when we slam the ball, go ahead, we finish in triple extension. That means our knees are going to go back so that our knees are right below our heels, our butts push back, our abs are pushed in. We want to make sure our knees don't come in, and we want to make sure we're loaded on the heels.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, Monday, May 20th. This is the last one, right?
It's the final Play of the Week winner.
Wow.
That gets invited to the banquet.
It's a big deal.
Yes. So first off, we'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week. Starting us off, an awesome outfield assist from Iovani Villalobos to Gail Torres for making waves. Great job, guys. Up next, it's Jonah Advincula from Midi making the grab and then throwing out the runner from his back. Jonah doing great things for the Monarchs, but the Play of the Week goes to Hyun Woo Rowe from Palo Alto, getting completely parallel to the ground for this diving catch. Watch Rowe in slow-mo. Rowe, you are coming to the banquet. You got the last ticket with this week's Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Next week, you'll meet our Players of the Year for the spring season, so be sure to tune in. We'll see you then.